As we conclude our day, I wanted to share three songs that came up for what loving relationships are all about, but that is if it's love you're looking for and you want. So it means you want to be able to be yourself, the authentic self of you with other. It's called healthy self-worth, and you have your 0 1 year old in the forefront. So the first song that came up was Billy Joel's The River of Dreams, and it's in the middle of the night when he's walking out and basically looking for something he lost. Okay, so the words that caught my mind and eyes. Oh, and if you're new, I'm a 5D mystic in the Enlightenment Soul Age group. I support people with self help, personal development, and that's why I'm woo woo spiritual to the ones who think of us as woo woo. But it's also because only those who want to do emotions will be here, because otherwise they want to say that they got laundry and not be self aware, accountable, or regulating. So the ones who are healing their trauma, they're over here. The ones who are healed of trauma and they're saying we do emotions, they're here too. And it's called window welcome. And then some are expanding their window tolerance. So true love is when you can be you and have gooey ooey fun, and so nobody minimizes it, your emotional stuff. And if they do, you say, hey, you're minimizing it, and say, okay, you know what? Let me hear. How can we work this out? And it's all the embodied brain, though, as well, not just the chit chatter. So it's not just that. So the feelings are what's going to give it away. Okay, so when you're walking out alone in the night and you're looking for something you lost, something that is sacred that you lost, and something that was taken out of your soul, something that I would have never had lost, and something that somebody stole. All of these words, the river is wide and very hard to cross, okay, and that the valley of fear, the jungle of doubt, that he's tired of walking, and that he's waiting to get to the promised land. And in the meantime, we all started on the street, but we end up in the ocean, okay? All of this made me think of the 0 1 year old. And so when you're ready to be in a truly loving relationship, it means you're ready to find that which you didn't get in the first year of your life and the second and third, or that you lost with a heartbreak. Okay, so true love is where you know you want to be you and that you are imperfectly perfect and that you are meant to be unconditionally loved. Okay, so that's easy for you to welcome. No shame, no blame, no fault, no revenge. You don't have any envy or jealousy or spite. If any of these are part of your keep of emotions still, then you can do work to get out of that, because all of those are an indication of a shame cycle. That means your 0 1 year old is not yet unconditionally loved by you. And that's from the body. The mind is the thoughts, the body is what we want to focus on because it's your embodied brain, and the body keeps the score, the mind keeps the count. So inner growth mindset teaches you to get to, if you want, neutrality and duality with thoughts and emotions. And then the master class is going to be updated with catering to other aspects that I've been able to learn about thanks to my attachment and trauma courses. Okay. Oh, and if you're a mystic and want spiritual awakening, specific guidance for your mystic journey, let me know. We can create a master class if there's enough of you, and then we can obviously have one-to-one mentorship, no problemo. Number two song is Everybody Loves Somebody Sometimes, and that my someplace is here, right? So that dream was overdue. What dream? Well, when you are seen and soothed and safe and secure to be yourself, you will know immediately who welcomes you. That's if you know the difference between a healthy self-worth partner and or partners versus the ones who are the martyr superiors and blamers. And we might get to some examples after, but I want to stick to our songs. Your love made it well worthwhile the waiting, okay? And that the charm of a person is definitely appealing, to say the least. So that magic is not about the visceral, it's not about the sex. It's actually something so deep, it calls to you. In fact, it keeps calling to you. So for one, you will have found your own soul, which is your 1 year old. You will have understood that a genuine relationship is based on true feelings and true thoughts being shared by me and another. And that if I'm afraid, you will have the lens of yourself. So if we have borderline, if we have narcissism, if we have any of those personality disorders, we have a good therapist that you are working with and or that has helped you to identify the sense of self so that you can present, hey, sometimes I do this thing, black white thinking, this split thinking, but I'm working on it. So can you point it out to me when I end up maybe doing it? Can you also be patient with me if I get very, very angry, because sometimes there's this numbness or this impatience that comes up, and anger is this thing that really, can you point it out to me? Can you help me see myself better? And then I'm working with you. That's why trauma, again, it's healed with our healthy self worth relationships. And that involves disengaging from drinking, fucking, drugging, and any of those unhealthy self soothing mechanisms, including shying away from relationships. Hey, I do this thing where I go silent. Can you make sure to tell me so that I make sure not to do it? And I won't get mad. And if I do, you can say, hey, you told me to tell you though. Okay, so we keep each other on par if that's what a person is doing. And on that note, let's see, the other song, Sway, always by Dean Martin. And that's definitely what love is all about. When you're swaying and tangoing, romantic. Doesn't matter if you're poly or solo, poly, mono, amory, I'm saying any of those is going to be a consistent, loving relationship. But what is growing is the depth of the rapport, which will only happen if you're talking logistics, right? If you're sharing time, because you don't just live a relationship in the imagination sphere. You actively speak to each other. You actively date and hang out, and you actively will be coordinating to do more of it. Otherwise, it's a secure connection, but it's not a secure attachment relationship. And that's something that a healthy self worth man, woman, or they isn't going to be, what's the word? If you are able to talk for yourself, you will ask questions if you're confused. If you're confused and at a certain point you don't get answers, you'll know that there's no confusion. It's called that they're not wanting to be a secure attachment figure. As easy as it can be. And that's because you are your own safe haven, secure base when you own your 0-1-year-old, so you know how to reassure and to recalibrate and to also just tend to the nervous system. And that's because you don't fear inadequacy, rejection, none of that. So when I moved beyond the concept of the one, I went through my emotional stuff. I processed it. Those twin flames, there's no saga, drama, chasing, running. Nobody does any of that. The stages they talk to you about, those are for the people who need a coach to walk them through something that is them processing what is a relationship, very important to them. It isn't a fake one. The ones who are now saying it's pretend, they just didn't find a way to get back home to their twin flame. And I'm laughing because, well, as a 5D mystic, what I can tell you, it's very not mystic like to deny the sphere of energy that is here and our soul connections, just because you didn't get what you want. You can you get what you need, right? But really it's the part you are not aware that you're pouting about a person, and you're actually now denying the human being completely, and you're denying them in a way that is completely not even, something that is science is based, meaning that it's part of your spirituality awakening journey for those who know about the actual true twin flame journey. And that's why it's I'm going to leave it to the side. So dance with me. You have a way with me, and your eyes will be the only ones I see out of all those eyes around. Okay, so the other dancers that might be on the floor, well, they are not you. They don't have the same magic. And that is actually really, really true. When you find somebody that sways with you and bends with you and tangos with you, you're going to know. And that's why your heart will know, your mind will know, your entire body will know, and you will say, my someplace is here with you. I know it because of that safety and that overwhelming ability to just be able to share everything and anything. The people who have welcomed their whole self back home are the ones who do this. And the ones who can do it even when somebody doesn't welcome you are the same ones that are truly loving human beings overall. Romance is only possible when you welcome who you are and then you welcome another, and that's because you are a true spirituality process. You live a life, meaning, and connection beyond the solo self. That's why I'm integrated in my brain, I'm differentiated. You're you and I'm me. I bring my thoughts and my feelings. Maria's. Here they are. You bring your thoughts and your feelings. Here they are. I'm a guitar string, you're a guitar string. You want to hear my guitar sound, my violin, which is actually where there's a part in the song where he says, even before the sound of the violins strike, I can see you. I can feel you. I know you're there. And that is something true for any of my mystics. We know we know things. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to do another episode for my mystics so I don't lose any of you, because I don't want to bore the ones of you who don't believe in the mystic stuff. But on that note, what loving relationships are all about? Well, if you want love and it's love you want, then you're going to know it's being able to be yourself with another human being, all of you, whatever it is that you is. They will appreciate you, they will love you, they will welcome you, they will not make fun of you in a way of minimizing you. And you will be able to speak about that. If they do, you'll be able to speak and then recalibrate each other so that you respect each other's emotional planes. But respecting means you feel expanded, not restricted. So there are people who don't know how to do this. And that's where I'm going to look to create some more stories so that I can help you know the ones who are they want crutches, because it's a very specific way that you'll pick up on it. And it's already one of those that has number of areas. So enough. I'm going to do a separate episode. Thank you for stopping by. Like and share and subscribe if you wish. And if you know anybody who wants to do self-help, personal development, and love stories and voices like the ones you find here at IHP, I welcome every single one of the love buns. And please, again, if there's anyone who doesn't believe in love, thank you for stopping by. But we don't do the I have laundry in here. We do I have a heart here. Jesus taught me all about it. God did too. And I know all about the things they say about us Reiki masters, Akashic record readers, tarot card readers, and well, they don't know the Holy Spirit. And that's because we're not using a book from yesterday. We're using our hearts, which communicate consistently with angels and guides, and we don't call them that either. And that's why the whole demons things, if there's anyone that needs to know about the demons, it's people who are the 7 to 14. Yeah, they're the charming ones in the Michael Stone forensic criminologist evil scale. I spot them all over the place, and they're the only ones who keep using words. And then we got the 1 to 7 as well, and then we got the end, and then we got people who are in the middle. So any mantle of mental health, any spiritual bypasser, any person who's pretending to know what love is, I will spot them, because I know what love is. It's unconditional. And all people have a heart, and all people are humans, and all people can embody the life that they came to be if they come and claim their 1-year-old and they find that which someone stole, which is their home, by the way, and then whatever relationship, if they want to use a relationship. So someone broke your heart and you can claim it back. That's what it's called, to heal your own unresolved trauma, which is why love is the thing that is here. Now that you might not want it, that's a different story, because there are those who say, no, Maria, there's laundry, there's ubiquitous suffering. People will not want to move out of their dysregulated, modulated, embodied self, or maybe they will not they can have the education opportunity. And as for infrastructure and everything out there, I work with a bunch of people that are trying to do what they can to worldwide, not just one country, because we're of the globe, worldwide distribute as many safe haven, secure based people as possible, pachas, so that we can teach anyone who wants to become their own love that they can do it. It's called heaven in the body, and it's called getting out of the adaptive child pattern behavior and maladaptive child pattern behavior. We don't have to blame a Lucifer. We can know transgenerational cultural trauma, and we can heal it because people are motivated to heal it. And there's great researchers, therapists, all of them that I learned from consistently, and then there's people that are already doing it. So we don't demonize, romanticize, and we don't dehumanize people, which is why, again, we're all angels. Nobody's inherently good or evil. That people in that scale, we want to support them to, in fact, get home to themselves. If they don't want to, we know how to handle Cuscos. And in that, we have laws, and we have that we go vote. And so, again, we don't dehumanize human beings. The ones who fit a box, they need good therapy. They don't want it, we leave it alone, because the law takes care of things. And we keep moving and building solid relationships, setting examples for the lovely adolescents about knowing love is you be you, I be me, and we talk about all of our true feelings. And you don't dismiss my insecurities or my doubt or when I'm way down. If you don't want to handle my nervous system, it's okay. You tell it to me, I will accept, and this is why. We're going to create a lot of different types of conversations. It's beautiful when you meet all these types of thinking people. So come on over. Again, thank you for stopping by.